Hey, Shirl,
Yes,
look who
Norm?
I found.
Oh, it's me, mate. Gang, we'd like... Come in here, Arthur. We better... This is Arthur Schutt. Now, Arthur Schutt would have to be the grandfather of aviation in Australia.
Hey,
now, I'm
Shirl,
not meaning that rudely
who was
either.
the grandmother?
Well, I don't know. So, Arthur, we better get... We'll find out a little bit about Arthur first.
Yeah.
Arthur, you go back a long way as far as aviation in Australia goes.
Yeah.
In fact, you go back to the days where Sir Charles Kingsford Smith, who was one of the early pioneers, you actually
Smithy?
knew him. Yeah, you knew Smithy.
No.
Well, tell us a little bit about Smithy and your associations.
The first time I met Smithy was in Bob Hart's hangar at Essendon. Strolled down the back of his Lockheed Altair, and there's this huge face that I always remembered. I expect to see a 6 foot tall man. Instead of that, he was shorter than I.
Now, as far as aviation in those times, what years are we talking about when you talk about Smithy and yourself
Well, we're
starting
talking
flight?
about 32.
1930.
32.
Gee,
yeah.
that's quite a while ago. Did you have to have a licence and all that sort of stuff then?
You had to have a licence, sure, but the examiner of airmen wasn't going to go up with you. He stood on the ground and watched you, and if you didn't crash, you got a licence.
Is it for real?
Is
In other
that
words,
right?
they didn't go up and sit beside you?
Oh, no,
So-
they wouldn't go up with you, huh?
What kind of people, Arthur, could afford flying? I mean, where did the backgrounds of the people come from?
Well, the bigger majority were lads who were like motorcycle races, car races, rich men's sons, or engineers.
And where did you
freaks.
fit in? Come on, Arthur.
Well, I fit it in with a part rich man's sons and a motorcycle racer. I was a grass track man.
I'll tell you what we might do is let's whip over into have a look at the comparison between, say, a modern aeroplane and talk about the comparison between their controls
Yeah,
and
sure.
type of things as compared with the old days with the old Tiger Moths and stuff. So we'll come over
What
here and have a look
plane
at
are we
this one.
going in a plane, Shirl? After you, sir.
Okay.
Wow, look at this lot,
Yeah,
Shirl.
Arthur, I suppose the first question, sitting in this modern day aeroplane, I sit down and in front of us there's just an unbelievable amount of indicators, instruments, gauges,
Hundreds.
a whole maze of them. But what kind of instruments did you have in the early days of flying, like, for example, say, the Tiger Moth?
Well, actually, Blackburn Bluebirds were before Tiger Moths. Tiger Moths weren't
Blackburn
thought of.
Bluebird?
What's the Blackburn Bluebird?
It flies. It's an aeroplane with 4 wings. As far as instruments concerned, there were 4. There's the airspeed indicator, the rev counter, the oil temperature gauge, and what we had a carpenter's spirit level, which you kept the little bubble in the centre, and that meant your wings were level.
You're kidding. So, I mean, obviously it was
Gee.
very raw. You would have obviously
But-
been flying by your seat your pants, as we
But
said
the
earlier.
thing is, the birds never needed instruments to fly, so why should we have
That's true.
instruments to fly with?
Very
That is
true.
true.
I
Simple
noticed
to
down the middle there's a TV set. Is that so that, you know, when you get bored you can watch Shirl's Neighbourhood?
Well, you can see the huge hailstones in there.
Oh, in other words, you'd use that as a weather radar.
It's a weather radar and shows you the weather up in front.
So it's not a TV at all.
No, well,
never
it
mind.
was of a kind.
In the early days of aviation, you were just working a stick, weren't you,
That's
in
correct,
between your
yeah.
legs?
Mhm.
Now you sort of have like, it's like a steering wheel.
Yep, that's right. Well, the aileron, the modern aeroplane is built and rigged so that when you apply aileron, it just turns. You don't need to apply rudder as well at the same time. Once the aeroplane leans, then it starts to
How
turn.
do you mean apply rudder?
Well, a rudder, that's down the back end there.
Yeah,
It
that
goes
bit
like that.
How did you work that in the old days, though?
That was still with your feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
See the two things?
Oh, I thought that was accelerator, brake and clutch.
Yeah.
No, this is the aeroplane.
Sorry.
Right, so you had basically that side of it hasn't changed, Arthur, has
No,
it?
it really hasn't, no.
What about
no.
the altitudes at which you were flying? Because, like, a lot of planes these days are designed to fly at like 45,000 feet, whereas, I mean, how high were you flying in your Blackburn Bluebird?
Well, generally speaking, you're down beating hell out of everybody on the ground because it's great fun.
So you got to fly very low.
You got to fly very low, really. Yeah. Those days you couldn't go very far, so aerobatics were the thing of the day. You only had about an hour and a half range, so you couldn't go very far, but at least you could put motor spirit in, so that made a big difference. For those days, you could land down and put some petrol, land in the street and taxi up to the bows and put some petrol in, away you go again. So. But the copper would welcome you today, he'd arrest you.
Anyway, let's have a look around, Norm.
Yeah.
After you, Arthur.
Okay.
Oh, I'll go first, I'm young.
Yeah,
Here we go.
You're catching me fast, Shirl.
Those magnificent men in their flying machine, they go up to the up, they go down to the down. They enchant all the ladies and steal all the scene with their up to the up, and their down to the down. Up, down, flying around,
Okay, Arthur, another important thing as far as aviation goes is maintenance in the old days. What did you do with maintenance in the early days of aviation?
Well, we used to fix it ourselves those days. There were really no regulations. You had to be an engineer to do it, but most of us did it anyhow.
Now, we have to explain to the gang at home, you see, planes have certain rules to abide with, or aviation have rules that they've made. Each plane has a certain lifespan. In the early days, you'd fly your plane until you didn't want it anymore, until it broke up, I suppose.
It fell apart.
Planes these days are made out of like modern metals, aluminium and alloys and stuff. What were planes made out of in the early days of aviation?
String, rag and wood, that was all.
String, rag and wood?
That's it.
In other words, cloth.
Cloth, yeah. Irish linen was the linen we mostly used, but you could use your shirt, no worries.
What? Now, hang on a minute, you don't use your shirt. What, if you came in too low and hit a fence post or something?
That's right, yeah.
What did you do?
Just cover it over with it, dope it up, and then it gets tight, and away you go back into business
Have you
again.
ever used any of these methods to repair a plane?
Oh, quite a few times.
Have you got any old aviation stories you can tell us? Like, you know, you came in low one day, you know,
Well, I go in and land at Windora. I land in front of the first pub and pull up in front of the second pub. I had the bookie and the jockeys with me, and I said, the copper here he's a mongrel, I can't stand him. First man to put his hand through the window and say, "G'day, Schutt," he was the copper. Right. And they kept all the traffic out of the main street so I could go on joyriding.
What about any damage you've done to the plane where you've had to do any running repairs?
Well, I always carried dope and fabric to do repairs, and I remember one time running into a fence at Tungamar, and it bent the leading edge, smashed it all in, so I went down to the local undertaker, got some coffin tin, shaped it round the front, nailed it on and flew home to Essendon.
Oh, that's not us.
Not us, it's okay, we can keep going.
So what do you think of aviation for the future? I mean, we've got Skylab, we've got all these, I mean, basically planes flying into space. I mean, where does aviation end, do you reckon, Arthur?
Well, the biggest thing in the world today, we'll say that there's, say, 100 million hours done. Out of the 100 million hours, there are 80 million hours of those done by general aviation flying.
So that's
the
commercial
airlines
aircraft.
are small. Commercial aircraft are very small in comparison to you and I. You fly, you understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
Oh. You know, you often hear about the safety record in Australia being really good. Yeah, why would that be?
Well, one of the reasons for that is we've got the best flying country in the world, we've got the best weather conditions in the world, and we should be the best.
So basically, we are
the
best
best
aviation country in the world.
Yay, Aussie!
Well, thanks very much, Arthur, for taking the time out to talk to us. I mean, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, you're right.
What was it? We just got to do a bit of negotiating about seeing if we can kind of joyride out of
Yeah,
Arthur.
do you reckon we could go up in this one? It looks
Norman,
really nice.
yeah, I know this is a streamlined model. It hasn't got any wings,
You
tail
both
section.
hop in, I'll give you a push around the hangar.
Great.
We'll catch up with you, gang. We'll see you back at the cubby.
Bye.
Possum,
Yes, Lizzie?
we take too much for granted. Did you know that?
Like what?
Oh, general household things.
Like vacuum cleaners?
Vacuum cleaners, television sets.
Oh, so we're going to find out how they make vacuum cleaners and television sets.
No.
Excuse me, I've got to get rid of that straw.
We're going to find out how they make brooms, how Mitchells...
The brush people.
The brush people make brooms.
I've heard of them.
You got it right, Possum.
Now, Paul's the general manager of Mitchells, and you should know how to make brooms. We're going to talk specifically about the straw ones, because they're the ones dearest to my heart
The
and my
traditional
family.
variety.
Yeah, and my grandma. This one is a witch's broom. I haven't seen one of these, actually, only in the old movies.
Oh, I thought you used to ride one, Lizzie. Sorry.
Thanks, Possum.
Only
How
joking.
is this one made? And this one is a specialist piece, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
mate.
right, yes. There's not much of a demand for witches' brooms now, Possum.
No.
One man...
Why is it special, though?
Yeah.
Well, it's a handmade broom, and
Ah.
not many handmade brooms are made now. They're normally made by machines.
Yeah, this is made by one man, though, Possum,
And what's
not
his
a number
name?
of people. Arthur.
Oh. I didn't
How-
think you'd know.
What about the
Wow.
broom you're holding?
This
Arthur
is-
make that?
Arthur didn't make this, no. These are made by other people, and we use a lot more machinery in the process of making these ones. And these are the household brooms. You can see they're lighter than the other broom,
Yeah.
and they're made in a similar way, but using machinery. We start off with the broom handle here, and we start off with a bunch of millet and nice, strong, special type of grass, which we get mainly from South Australia. So these bunches of grass are then gone and you go to the nailing machine, which nails the handle and the grass together, the grass having a steel band around it and holds it all together nice and tight. Having done that, the handle with the millet on the top goes along to our stitching machines, which stitch these rows of stitches that you can see
And that
on
would
it.
flatten the broom out. And
That flattens it out
bigger.
nicely and makes it nice and flexible so it can get under tables and things like this.
they've got all the strawberry meat at the top. They must be perfect little factory workers
Oh,
here.
Someone's
they're
sitting there
definitely-
with scissors trimming them off, Lizzie.
Well,
Oh.
they're definitely perfect factory workers, but we do actually have a special saw which trims the ends off to a
Oh, I
nice...
believed you.
About the scissors?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was true.
This is what we call a 6-tie broom. The more number of ties, the longer the millet and the longer the broom lasts.
And the plastic's to keep the broom clean, is it?
The plastic's to keep the broom clean and to get it out of the way before the housewife takes it home.
Oh,
Well, don't you feel better now?
I do, and I'll never take brooms for granted again, Lizzie.
Good.
Hey, what do they use to clean the factory? Vacuum cleaners or brooms?
They use these brooms, Boss.
Really? Well, that's a good advertisement for the product, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Thank you, Liz. Thanks, Possum.
Go on, Lizzie, let's go.
Let's go sweep.
Yeah.
Oh, hi gang. I'm at Video Dynamics Australia, and this is my friend Alan Gibb, and he's the representative of Startime Videos.
Video
Jukeboxes.
jukebox.
Tell us, Alan, all about these things. What are they? Why are they
Well,
needed?
this is a day of a video-orientated future. Everybody is into video clips of music, and what we've done here is we've combined the old jukebox with new technology and provided a video clip when you select a record.
Where does this machine come from? Where did it originate?
It comes from the States.
Uh-huh.
It was developed in the States through micro-technology and is being brought into Australia some 3 months ago for test marketing.
Well, whereabouts will we find this machine?
Well, in short time, they should be placed in hotels, amusement parlours, anywhere really where people congregate, meet, and enjoy some form of music.
Dance and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It must be quite expensive then, unlike the other jukeboxes. They're about 20 cents, 40 cents, aren't
No,
they?
not really. This one has been aimed at providing a very large extra service for similar sort of money.
And wouldn't it get a bit outdated? I mean, pop clips are going through very fast these days.
With all the people that purchase the machines from us, we'll draw up a contract where they have the top 40 tunes replaced on a monthly basis. And if it's out in the middle of the bush and they just want to have Slim Dusty, 12 months a year, we'll give them Slim Dusty. 12 months a
I
year.
reckon that bands sound a bit redundant at the moment with a machine like this.
I think this is a terrific thing for bands. I think that bands will be able to promote their own music, their own clips in Australia, so that Australian content will sell at a much higher and better rate.
Okay, Alan, I've got my 40 cents. How does this machine work? I mean, do you
Well,
need
if you place your 40 cents
Yeah,
into any one of those slots,
I'll use both.
right,
Yep,
and press
whatever one I
whatever
want.
selection you wish to make.
Let's see, Kids of America again, right?
A1, that one.
Right. Have a look at this, gang. The latest in jukebox material.